guys, welcome to Saucy Mouth. Today I'm going to show you my version of how to make these awesome crab cakes. It's summertime and I can't wait to show you how to make my crab cakes. To get started for my crab cakes, we're going to need a pound of lump crab, fresh. You want to go through, pick it all out, make sure there's no more shells or anything like that, and then I rinse it all off. We need some breadcrumbs, some whole grain mustard, green onions, red pepper, some celery, and I've got some mayo, a fresh lemon, some chives, some horseradish, and an egg. So this is really easy because we're going to combine everything in this bowl. So we cracked our egg in. I'm just going to give that a quick stir just to break it up. Next, flung everywhere. Next I'm going to add in is I have celery. I used one celery stalk and I pulsed it in my food processor and then used a cheesecloth and strained out all the extra juices. So I'm adding all of that in, so one celery stalk. Then I have a red pepper, and I used about half of a red pepper, and I put that also in, pulsed it, and squeezed out all the excess juice from that, so we'll add that in. Then I have green onion, and I chopped that up and also squeezed out some of the juices. And I'm going to leave a little bit extra. Actually, no, I'm going to put it all in. So that was 3 green onions that went in, that were chopped. So stir that up real quick. You don't have to. Then next what I have is the mustard, and I have 1 tablespoon of like a whole grain mustard. You can do a Dijon one if you like. Then I have 1/4 cup of mayo, some mayonnaise. And I like to skimp on my mayonnaise. I like to make it so my crab cakes aren't all mayonnaise-y. I don't like that. Alright, mix all that in. Then we're going to go to our lemon. And we're going to need the juice of a half a lemon. Then the other half of our lemon, I'm going to use the zest. And I'm going to keep this other half of the lemon for afterwards, after we've cooked it. And just spread some of the lemon juice on over top of the crab cakes. Alright. Next what I'm going to do is I have a teaspoon of salt and like 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. Then I have some prepared horseradish. And I'm going to do a 1/2 teaspoon of the horseradish. That's going to give it a kick. If you don't have horseradish, you can also do like a Tabasco sauce, just something with some heat. Stir that in. Alright, looks really nice. Now this is where you will want to stir in anything else, any other ingredients, more hot sauce, before we add in the lump crab, because I like to keep my crab cakes, you want to keep those lumps together so you get those bites of crab meat. I also have my breadcrumbs, so I'm going to add those in. That's a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs. And now for the crab meat. Make sure we get all that crab. Then we're just going to kind of fold it in. Alright, now we've got it all incorporated well. And I'm going to turn on my pan, and I've already got it's greased already with some oil. I put in 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. Use whatever you like. We'll get that nice and warm. And in the meantime, I'm going to create my patties. So I'm going to, for these crab cakes, kind of eyeball it. But I don't know, the size, whatever kind of fits in your palm, your hand. And then I just grabbed some extra breadcrumbs, and I just like to kind of put it on the outside. So when it's in the oil, it gets it a little crispy. But that's totally up to you if you want that or not. Okay, then put it on the plate and add the other. You can see here, I have already made all my crab cakes, and I am going to put them on my pan, which is in here. It's already been preheated and pre-greased. And I'm gonna cook them about, I don't know, probably 3 minutes on each side, just till they're golden brown. You want to make sure that everything cooks through on them. So just let them sit, flip them over, cook again on the other side, and we'll check them. As our crab cooks are just resting, I am going to make a sauce to go with them, and I'm going to do about a 1/3 cup of mayo, and I try to do this like with the least amount of mayo as possible. Then what I have is some cocktail sauce, and I'm going to add that in. And I'm going to do about like 3 tablespoons, 3 to 4 tablespoons of it. And the reason I use the cocktail sauce is because it's already got like horseradish in it, so it's got that kick to it, and I just like it. Then what I'm going to add in is some Worcestershire sauce. If I can open it, okay. And I'm going to do just 2 dashes of that. Not much, just something for a little flavor. So I got that there. Then I'm going to squirt in about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. Alright. And then I'm going to add in some fresh chives that I'm just going to chop up. And that'll give it that onion flavor. Now, for the sauce, this is where you can become creative, and you can do, you can add in other fresh herbs like thyme, or, you can add that also into the crab cakes. So I'm just going to add in these chives. Making a mess here. My fingers are all sticky from that lemon. Alright. And then we're just going to mix it all together really well. And you've got your sauce. And you also may want to add in like a little bit of pepper and salt after you taste it, because we've got the Worcestershire sauce already in here. So for me, that tastes fabulous, but you can add whatever you want. Then I'll get out our crab cakes and we'll plate this up. Alright, so the crab cakes are all done and our sauce is done. And while we were waiting, I just put it in the refrigerator. So to plate my plate, I'm taking just a couple spoonfuls of the sauce and placing it down on the bottom. And I'm only serving up 1 right now because that's all I'm going to eat. But I'm going to take it from the pan here, and they're beautiful. They're just golden brown. They've gotten a little brown and crispy, but I like mine to have that little crispiness. That's why I add the breadcrumbs. I'm going to place it right in the middle of the sauce. A little hot. And then all I'm going to do is top it off with some fresh chives. Just sprinkle those on top for some, added greenery. And voila, that's it. So you can serve this as an appetizer, or you can serve it as a whole meal. That's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to serve up more of these and do it as a meal. But let's dive in and try this. And it is cooked all the way through. Oh, and also if you want to add in a little bit of lemon juice, that's why I have the rest over of it. So you can serve it with like a lemon wedge slice on the plate. And let's take a bite. Make sure you get some of that sauce in there too. Hands down, the best crab cakes ever. Just kidding. But I think they are. So, I hope you try out this recipe. Check me out on my website at www.sassymouth.com. You can find me on YouTube and on Twitter. And until next time, keep it sassy.